How's it going? My name is Chris. I am here to talk about comics as well as other things that I am interested in related to comics. Um, Primarily, I suppose. I don't know how far this will expand, if this will even get uploaded in the first place, but we'll start with comics for now. Um, so, reason for this video, once again, assuming I upload this and create this channel, is uh, mainly to share my personal interests and express the feelings I have towards this art form, these creators, and the work that they give us. Because I only just got recently into comics, and by recently I mean like going to my local comic shop and picking up weekly issues. Probably within the last 2 months coming up. Um, and it's been a blast. I feel like I hopped in at an amazing time, and primarily, once again, reason for this channel other than me just sharing how I feel about these things, because there isn't enough young white guys on YouTube doing the same thing already. But because for maybe people who don't know where to start or are looking to get into comics, I can possibly share my experience as someone who's relatively new to doing the same. So a little bit of background for me, I guess, if for anyone who's interested. I've been reading comics for a little while now. Probably started around like going into high school, maybe around 2013. I kind of remember New 52 getting announced, whether that was before or after, I couldn't tell you, just kind of around the time. I remember trying to get into like Dark Knight's Metal when that was coming out. I tried reading some like Green Lantern, Blackest Night. Forgive me if that's not the name. I just the Black Lantern series. Yeah, a couple different things here and there that I was interested in, but I didn't really know where to start. It just seemed like so much and so overwhelming, and I was like, what's new, and do I have to have any pretext before getting into stuff, especially with the New 52? I think like Nightwing was the first one I tried reading, and I don't know, I felt kind of lost, and it was overwhelming. So, I don't know, now for some reason it feels really different, especially going to my shop and just picking things that I am interested in up off the shelf and checking it out for the first time. I'm a big like issue one collector, whether that's comics or like a ton of manga. I have big collection, but I have a ton of like volume ones and stuff that I like to get, and if I'm interested, and I'll pick up more from there. But it's been really fun with a lot of comics. In between now and high school time and stuff, I've gotten a couple things here and there. I have Batman White Knight. I love. One of my first ones that I ever read that I really enjoyed, albeit controversial, is the Injustice series. I have both Injustice omnibuses out on a shelf. They were one of the first things where I was like just super gripped, and I had to keep reading more and more and more. Like I said, I know Injustice is not everyone's cup of tea. I grew up on the games before reading the comics. Ton of superhero video game movie related stuff outside of just reading comics I've always been into, and not even just superhero stuff, but a lot of pop culture stuff here and there, just and Injustice was one of those ones where I was like, oh, they have a comic of it, let me check it out, and it got me into reading more superhero comics, and a lot of different things here and there, primarily DC, but a couple independent stuff I have, like Mouse and all that, but not a huge collection, at least until now. Like I said, in my local comic shop, I've been picking up stuff on a weekly basis. Actually, I have a new stack. I've got a stack here from during the week that I just picked up. It is currently Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday, the September 3rd, I believe. Yeah, September 3rd. Some of these not necessarily new this week, but things that I just picked up this week and I'm looking to get into. So I've got like the Mortal Thor here. Always liked Thor. Never read a Thor comic. It's an issue 1. Let's do it. I've got X-Men here. Always wanted to read the X-Men. Didn't know where to start. I found an issue 0, Age of Revelation. Says it begins here. Let's do it. I'm very excited for that one because it clearly looks like they're in the future, and quite a unique team they got going on the cover. So big X-Men fan, at least from other content, first comic, so we'll see how it goes. Speed Racer. I remember growing up in school doing AR tests on the computer. For those of you who don't know, it's like you'd have to read books in class, and you would take AR tests as like a quiz on the book that you read, basically proving you read the book, and based how well you do on the test, you get like a completion grade in school. Anywho, I was not a big book reader, but I remember my school library having some form of Speed Racer series, and I was really into it. I saw the movie when it came out. Yeah, I just wanted to check out this series because it was in issue 1. I got number 2 now because I liked issue 1, so I'm gonna keep going. Masterminds. I don't know much about this. In fact, I know nothing about this, but it's an issue 1. This cover really struck me. Looks super cool. I'm very excited. I love Dark Horse and Image Comics. Right here, I got Everything Dead and Dying, Image Comics. I don't know anything about this one either. Something about the cover just did it. Big, Walking Dead zombie fan of stuff. I thought this one was super striking. I have no idea what it's about. So very excited. The Invisible Man issue 1. To be honest, know nothing about the character. I know Universal movie stuff, whatever. But very interested. A lot of people said it was really cool, so I'm excited to check that one out. And last but not least, Batman issue 1, as well as a blind bag. I know this is a pretty big deal, I guess, a brand new Batman issue 1 for a lot of people. Not just a new comic reader like me, but people who have maybe been reading for comics, for a while. This is a big deal, so I'm very excited, like I said, to hop in now of all times. It feels like a perfect place to hop in. And yeah, I will, assuming this gets uploaded, be sharing my, thoughts, interests, stories, whatever from here on out. Things that I'm interested in and want to talk about because, I just don't have the people in my life, I guess, that share as deep of a, passion or connection to this kind of content and material. So, yeah, if anyone's looking to chat about this stuff, feel free to drop a comment. I would love to talk to you about this stuff. Anywho, I don't know what kind of videos I'll be going forth from here, whether it's, just the collection stuff where, what I have for now versus, weekly pickup videos or reviews on stuff. I know the Demon Slayer movie, in fact, is coming out a week from tomorrow. I don't know how soon I'll be seeing it, but I can't wait to watch it. Demon Slayer is my jam. So whether or not I make a video about that, maybe like a movie review, who knows? Can't really say. Just feeling it out for now. So if anyone is hopefully going to stick around and wants to chat about stuff, feel free to do so. I'd really appreciate it and love to talk to you. So anywho, everyone have a good rest of your day. I will talk to you later. Peace.